Each news time, information is power. Be current. The news headline: Buhari lifted Twitter suspension because election and year. Jonathan's ex-aide, Omokr. The news in full. Former presidential aide Omokr on Thursday posited that the lifting of the Twitter suspension in Nigeria by the federal government was due to the forthcoming 2023 general elections. Omokr, who was an appointee under the Goodluck Jonathan administration, said this via a series of tweets on his page claiming that Nigeria lost $750 million because of the Twitter ban. He tweeted $750 million. In case you are wondering, that is exactly what Nigeria lost in 222 days of banning Twitter. So if anybody is telling you that Nigeria, won with Twitter ban, ask them to tell you what exactly Nigeria won. Nigeria lost big time. They claim that Twitter agreed to allow Buhari's junta regulate Twitter's user in Nigeria is as fake as Buhari's integrity. The expectation that Twitter would move from Ghana to Nigeria, said that Tinubu is the only person from the south he can trust, is shocking because he has a lot of friends and colleagues from the south. I know that a lot of person would disagree with him. By the end of the day, that is what he believes. And this is why Joe Igbokwe must have also, shared this particular post by Kwakwanso on his Facebook page so as to, further iterate one or two reservations that he also has. We know that Joe Igbokwe, also being one of the leading politicians in Lagos State, must one way or the other, also even being an APC member, will one way or the other also support the bid for Tinubu. And seeing that Kwakwanso, who happens to be a member of the PDP, writing such, being quoted such, would actually give an impression that their bid to support the Tinubu is actually the right thing to do at the moment. Possibly one of the reasons why he had to post it on his Facebook platform. However, what many people do not understand is that Tinubu and ACN had also contested the presidential election since 1999. They never came second, and that is a sign that Buhari APC would have failed in 2015 and gone back to their different party. Buhari made APC a national platform. APC needed to beat an incumbent. At the time, the tide was strongly against corruption, and Nigerians saw only Buhari as the savior. Tinubu didn't make PNB president. Tinubu simply saw the handwriting and with Governor Ibili Jonathan, but in 2014, Governor Ibili Jonathan was already a man leading a movement against his stay. Meanwhile, Tinubu got his request from Buhari. He single-handedly nominated the vice president, 5 highly rated ministers, and others. At this point, the question should never be about Tinubu or Buhari. It should be about what is best for Nigerians in 2023. Muyiwa Adekeye disclosed this in a statement titled KDSG begins transition to 4-day working week from 4th December 2021. According to the statement, which read in part, the measure also reflects lessons learned from managing the COVID-19 pandemic, which required significant relaxations of old working traditions and the ascendance of virtual and remote working arrangements. A statement from Sir Kashim Ibrahim House stated that the Kaduna State government will begin implementation of the transitional arrangement and the public service of the state from 4th December 2021, and from that date, working hours for public servants are adjusted to 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. However, all public servants other than those schools and healthcare facilities will work from home on Friday. This interim working arrangement will subsist until the government is ready to move to the next stage of the transition, which will culminate in the 4-day week across all the MDAs in the state. Senior officials are working on detailed guidelines to ensure that the emergency services and education and health system in the state continue to deliver services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week during the transition and beyond. The government will also ramp up its efforts to give public servants access to digital devices and platforms to enable them work effectively from home. given the significant investment the state government is making in ICT, it will ensure that most of its automated services deliver the levels of performance required to give citizens seamless access. The state government expects the required legal and regulatory framework to be in place by January 2022. This will also enable the organized private sector to engage with the process and agree a longer transition period to a 4-day working week. And this is the resolution in Kaduna State, where Kaduna State by the governor, saying that through the special advisor to the governor on media and communication, Muyiwa Adekeye, who says that henceforth from December 4th, 2021, Kaduna State workers will be working from home, and they'll be having, instead of 5 working days, they'll be having 4 working days. That means just 1 day, to stay at home and work for, so that they can have more time with their families, and also it will boost their productivity. Seeing that from that date as well, working hours for public servants hours will be adjusted from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. However, all public servants other than those in schools, will work from home, and this interim working arrangement will subsist until the government is ready to move to the next stage of transition, which will actually, culminate in the 4-day week across all the MDAs in the state. The country experienced in the 1990s. Tundu disclosed all this during an interview with Arise TV on Monday while responding to questions on how the pro-Biafra agitator had been subjected to solitary confinement as reviewed by lawyers last week. Tundu, a United Kingdom trained lawyer, said, "I have first-hand experience of this, and I can say like this for Nnamdi Kanu is I hope he doesn't go through this for 4 years as my father did. 4 long years. That is Abiola reality. And the next thing is that this report came out and would make the federal government look bad. The next thing is that they could stop people from seeing him at all. He would just be there all by himself, no access even to a doctor, to a lawyer, certainly no family member there as he goes through all this. I saw Nnamdi Kanu during his court appearance as he was trying to put up a brave face on things, men and their pride. He doesn't want to show it. He doesn't want to weaken people who really believe in him and support him. He was trying to look normal, but what he is going through is the exact opposite of normal. And it is just very sad. Here we are in 2021. After my dad died for democracy, we are still having this conversation in 2021 of somebody being treated appallingly like a kind of serious killer. Under what circumstances should somebody be treated like this? And this is Tundu trying to react as she was asked, in an interview about, the agitators, that is, those that are agitating for a breakup away from Nigeria. And we must not forget that Tundu Abiola happens to be the daughter of the late politician and business mogul, late Chief MK Abiola, who we also know suffered, at the hands of the military regime for about 4 years before, he died. And, she was trying to see that, all these things that happened in 1990s under the military